Hello YouTube fans, this is Ace Fighter, and today's video we're going to be reviewing Brickmania's AH-1W Super Cobra. So before we get to the figure itself, let's just look to see what you get here. So what you get is the box itself here with a nice looking design of it. And here's the side of the box, and nothing here, and then the signature of the designer himself here, and the number of the box. And what they started to do, Brickmania here, is that they, let me see if I zoom out here a little bit, is now they started to put back the certificate of authenticity, which I think is a great idea. It feels like it's really a Brickmania set here. Okay, so what you get in the package, of course, you get the pieces to build the set here. You also get this nice designed instruction booklet here, and it's a pretty thick booklet when you look at it, you know. Nice big pages, nice big pictures. In the front you get a little bio of the Super Cobra and a picture of it, and you can read it once you get the set here. What they starting to do with their sets now too, as they mention, as Brickmania mentioned in the videos, is that they're going to be giving out these little display pieces of the name of the figure and the little logo here in Brickmania, and I think that's a really great idea here. And I think, you know, for display purposes, I mean, that looks awesome there. Okay. In the instructions, it doesn't say how to build this, but you know, this is pretty simple build. You got two flat tiles here with a print here. You got a square flat tile here, and then you got two sloped, inverted slope brick pieces here. So you just put them together. Leave a space right here so you can put this part right here. Or if you don't want the Brickmania piece, obviously you could just move that over, and there you go. So however you want to do your display, your options here. So now let's take a look at the figure itself. And it is a very, very nice figure, I do have to say so myself. Brickmania did come up with a similar design with their Vietnam version, and I will be talking about that here, and I will show you the differences in how this has improved the set from the Vietnam. So first, let's look at the figure. You do get two figures with the set here. One's going to be a pilot and a co-pilot, the gunner. They're both the same figure, and let's just look at it here. You get a nice design. Since this is the desert, their Operation Desert Storm month here, of course his camo is going to be desert color. It's just a nice figure with glasses and whatnot, a nicely designed all around figure. Okay. And of course he does go in the little spot here, as this pilot is right here. So now let's look at the piece itself. Very nicely designed here. It does look like a Cobra, a Super Cobra. We see here they got some labels. They give you some sticker labels here that you can put on yourself for the Marines. That's the version. It is a tail number here. We do have specially printed out flares for the helicopter. I guess the flare, I don't know too much about the Super Cobra, but I guess the flares do come out on the side here. We'll look at the back here. We've got two engines, and that's how it makes the Vietnam version different and the Cobras of today different. The ones in Vietnam only have one engine. Today's have two. And we go on the front here, nice looking view again, and we got some missile racks here. We got some tow missiles on each side, and we also get little area for the Gatling gun right here. A Gatling gun goes swivels around. And as you can see here, it's only attached by this little part right here. This post goes in that little port right here. And, you know, right now, yes, it's coming out, but it really is a sturdy, and it really stays in there. And we have a little Gatling gun. The Gatling gun can go up and down. Okay, and very nice overall. Of course, as helicopter should. It has spinning propellers, back and front and back there. And you can display this however you want here, you know. You can have it going straight. I mean, obviously you're not going to have it going like that. You can have it tilted down a little bit here. You can have this part here with the propellers tilting up and down itself too. So overall, a very nice figure and very sturdy too. Just like Brickmania did in their videos here, you know, this is sturdy. This is not breaking. So you can handle it right here, and you don't have to worry about, oh, is this front part going to be too heavy? No, it's staying. Okay. So a very nice figure overall. And if you look underneath here, like we talked about the ornaments, we've got the little missile racks, and how this is just attached is a post that's on this 1x1 block here, and then the tow missiles are attached by a little hook on the side here, which is very nice. Nicely done design compared to the Vietnam version, which I'll compare it to in a minute. If you do not like the tow missiles here, we do have, let me see if I can find it. We do have, they do have a build for Hellfire missiles. And then you can attach that instead over here, 2 on each side, so you get 4 altogether. Personally, when I think of attack helicopters, I think of them doing ground support. These missiles here would be mostly for anti-air, and that's not what I think of. So I mean, I did build these, but I have them displayed next to it. This is how I have all set up here. And also too, as you can see here, you know, you can move this however you want here, and you know, this is a nice way to design it. It's not a post or anything. I mean, I guess you could do a post if you really wanted to, maybe a friction post, but why do you need to do that when you can just plug in the hole here and, you know, sits in there nicely? Don't need to be do extra pieces there, but if you want to, you can put a little friction post there instead if you don't like it. I mean, you know, I'm not going to bang on it. If I bang on it really hard, it will come off, but overall it's going to stay on there. So yeah, very nicely done here. So for comparison, let's bring in the Vietnam version here and take a look at each other. So the Vietnam version and the Super Cobra version. So if we just look here in terms of length, in terms of length here, they are relatively the same here, nothing new there. Yes, this propeller's on that side, that's on that side, big whoop. We've got the rotors are a little bit different, but again, we got Vietnam versus modern day, so of course there's going to be differences here. Okay, so roughly the same here, but as I said, this guy right here, the Super Cobra, is by far a better version of the Vietnam. That doesn't mean you should buy this one over this one here. I mean, this one's from, you know, I'm not sure how many years ago. I think a couple years ago this came out here, so it's not that I'm making it right now. But if you're wondering, well, Ace Fighter, which version should I buy? Should I buy this one or this one? Personally, I think you should buy both, no matter what. But it all depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a display that's all just Vietnam, then obviously you want to go with this version here. And that's because, well, this is the Vietnam version here, and that's when the Cobras were first introduced in Vietnam. They didn't have these in Vietnam here. This is after many years of technology and whatnot that they built this. So if you're looking for the modern day version, then you would buy this. Now, in terms of playability or which one, you know, I would rather have, like if you're just looking for playability and buildability, then this one wins hands down, and I'll tell you why. First things first here, well, I'll just move this to the side here and just compare the two. And then here's the Vietnam version guy. Basically the same thing here, a little bit different helmets, as you can see. Now there's nothing on top here. Vietnam's green, Desert Storm sand, but that should make sense there. This guy has the face of, what was it, the AT-ST version of the Star Wars, and then this one's just a yellow minifigure. Again, different version, but still the same cool figures. If we look here, the Vietnam version here, you know, the guns right here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. the guns for the Vietnam version, Gatling gun, grenade launcher, nice here. But if I take this piece off, here you go, it's just a blue snap-on piece here. It's not a friction piece. So when I did get this and I did build this item here, of course I attached on the bottom. And you don't see it now, but before, this thing just moved like crazy. Like, oh my goodness, I could not move this. I mean, I can move this so much here, and if I try to sway this way, slice touch, it would move over here, you know. Side note here, in order to make pieces on your Legos or Transformers a little stiffer but not, you know, permanent, I used a little clear nail polish. I put a little bit on this blue piece here. I attached it back onto here, and now I can move this freely. Don't. Stays on nicely, doesn't move, and that's nice. So that's one thing here. I mean, that's what this piece right here does a little bit better. It doesn't use that blue snap-on piece here, so I don't have to worry about that really moving at all. Like I said, it does come off somewhat easily, but that could be easily fixed with some clear nail polish. The other thing that makes this figure here a lot better than this figure is the armaments. The way that they have it here. If we look at the Vietnam version, we look at it here, we see we got a little little missile racks here, and we got the big missile racks just like here. What makes the Desert Storm better than the Vietnam is, if you look here, the little pods are on these two hooks here, which you would think is a steady version of it, but if I do it just very softly here, this whole piece is really attached by this brown little stick here. And then if I look here, there's a little hook that is within these little round panels, and these actually don't attach, like I don't snap them on here. They're actually just placed right in there. And so then this has to go on ever so slightly on there, and many times I've knocked this out and it's been out of proportion and whatnot. This right here does not do that here. If we look here, actually I'll even take it off. It's all bricks, and then they used a little, you know, the droid piece right here. Put a little friction post. We see on the bottom here we have a 1x1 brick. Snap it into there. Whoops. It's all good. We take it, we just slide it into there. And there you go. I don't have to worry about it falling off here. I mean, this is a friction post, it's going to stay in there. And then I don't have to worry about the piece falling off, accidentally hitting it and whatnot. So yes, and also as we can see here, you know, the Vietnam, like I said, 1 engine, 2 engines. That's again what makes it different. That's why the Vietnam version only has these pod missiles, while the Super Cobra has not only pod missiles but tow missiles and more advanced weaponry. So yeah, just a little difference there of the two. But yeah, it's a very nice figure here. Very, you know, Desert Stormish here. Very well built. It's very strong. Like I said, I can hold it here. It's not going to fall apart. It's not going to do anything. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about the weapons here falling off like I have to do with the Vietnam one here. And yeah, it's just overall a great figure and another great addition that Brickmania has done here. Okay, so if you would like to pick up your own Super Cobra here by Brickmania, just visit www.brickmania.com and look under Modern Military. This is Ace Fighter, signing off.